Alright, well, we're going to look at another thing that's different, and you might have heard a little bit about it. It's the Twisted Messes 24 Pro Series. I got one of these when I was, again, ECC. That's where I seem to have gotten a lot of my stuff from. But been using it for quite a while. The one I'm going to show you in the down low is one that I was actually given when I was there, which was pretty cool. And the one that I've been using has got an M-Turk build in it. So I actually bought it when I was at ACC directly from Kent. He was there. It was great. Got to talk to Kent, M-Turk. Homeboy OC was there. I got to talk to him about his new Squonker. So the one I've been using, I've transferred into Squonk mode, and I have it on a Defiant Designs DS that I was able to get. They just have gotten their stuff out recently to a new website, which is defiantdesignsco.com, and but it's great Squonker. Well, enough of that. Let's quit babbling. Let's get on down and look at it. And this is it right here. This is how your Twisted Messes 24 is going to come. It's a nice little compact packaging. Has all of the information, twistedmesses.com, Twisted Messes 24 Pro Series, all of his, where you get all of his information from. And, but yeah, it's a nice little package. This actually was designed to actually look like the RDA itself. And up here is the actual color that you're going to get. This one's white, which is, you're going to get the silver with this one. The one that I'm actually have my Squonker is blue, and that one actually was blue itself, which is really nice. So you just twist it open. That's all you do. And on the inside, this is how you get it. You see your RDA here, bag of goodies, and a little tool. And in the bag of goodies, pop that open, and look at that. And you get a whole bunch of O-rings, and there are 4 grub screws in there. These are all the hex grub screws, and there's your Squonk pin, and the 510 adapter if you want to use your own 510 pin or drip tips on the mod itself. It's kind of nice. The grub screws are a nice addition. They're basically, if you don't want to use the titanium screws that are included on the mod itself, and that's what this tool is. Go ahead and set that over here. And that's what this tool is. It is a 1.5 millimeter hex tool. It's a real nice bit. It's real solid, and they all come with this nice kind of copper look to them. I don't know if my lighting is gonna get some better lighting, but regardless, it's a nice little tool. Solid, sturdy. And then your RDA, and comes out, and there it is. There's your Twisted Messes 24 RDA, and this was really neat build the way that he did this RDA. You got his design here, the Twisted Messes design 24 there, and on the bottom you actually have Twisted Messes. Let's see if I can Twisted Messes on the very bottom, and so and on the very bottom is where you see your serial number, Twisted Messes 24, your good nice protruding 510 right there, and serial number, and this one is 448. So let's just go ahead and pull this apart. Take a look, and I'm throwing everything. Alright, there we go. Just pop that off, and there's your deck. Your deck actually comes with these blue ones. These blue screws, which are titanium, blue anodized titanium screws. You get some really nice chunky holes you can kind of build in there. And then this thing, which is an adapter, which just kind of pulls out, and that's how it comes, because there's really no room in the box there. But there's your adapter to make it single coil, and it has a nice little lip on there. You can see that lip. And that little lip is to force juice to keep it from going hitting the outside of the barrel and moving it in towards the center of the mod device itself. 2 O-rings at the bottom to keep your cap on, and your cap is really interesting. So the top cap with your airflow controller and everything like that, this doesn't move. You actually have to loosen it up in order to adjust your airflow. Oh, if it's gonna show very well, I gotta really yeah, there you go. So you adjust your airflow, and then you just hold your airflow there and tighten it back down, and your airflow does not move on you. And what's on one side again is on the other. So that's kind of a neat little addition. So, and of course there's your drip tip. Alright. Oh, I did forget about one thing. Before we take this whole thing apart, in the bottom, very, very bottom, there's 2 more drip tips. So, one is black, matching, black Delrin, matching, so it's the same height, same bore, single O-ring at the bottom, to your silver one if you don't want to use the silver one in your RDA. And then the other one is a little shorty nub Delrin. I'm throwing everything everywhere. It is a bit shorter than the other one. Not a huge amount, but you know, it gets you right down there. If you pop that on, it's literally really, really well, oh, it's fighting with me. Why are you fighting with me? Get on there. There we go. So, if you just want it nub, that's all you have to do is just put that little nub tip on there. Those are extras that come if you don't want to deal with the metallic version. So let's go ahead and just break it all apart. So you go ahead and unscrew this, and then your airflow comes right off, and there's your base. Or there's your base. This is your top cap, and they just sit together. It's nice and threaded in here. There's very, very smooth threads. I mean, it's nothing bad about those threads whatsoever. And then looking up here, it's actually domed on this for the top part of the AFC. It's a nice dome. It kind of forces the flavor right in to where it needs to be. It's the only thing that I have actually seen that is kind of caught me a little off guard is this right here. Is when you put the top cap in, or the drip tip into the top cap, it has a little bit of a lip right there. I can make that out, but just a little bit of a lip. And that little bit of a lip, I'm not quite sure why there is a little bit of a lip besides the it's literally just this bottom piece. So I don't know if it's just that it was designed that way. I haven't seen anything or heard anything from anyone in regards to why it's like that, but yeah, there you have it. I've actually found that when I'm using mine, I actually have it down about 1/3 of the way cut off. Well, yeah, about 1/3 of the way cut off. But there you go. It's a nice deep juice well too, so it's just kind of squirts juice right inside. So that's pretty much it for the RDA. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. Let me show you the one I have built up, and it's probably awfully juicy. With the blue one, everything's blue, which is nice. One little neat thing about the blue one is, I'm not sure if the camera's gonna pick it up, but underneath, right in that little, yeah, there it is. See the purple? So it's like that there, and it's like it on the inside. It's almost like the inside was it with the blue one specifically. And I'm getting juice everywhere. With the blue one specifically, you're actually getting It's almost like heat treated, and it's the same way if you on the deck. All right, well, let's get back up. I'll tell you a little bit of the things that I found about it and go from there. All right, so we're back up top. Twisted Messes 24. Start out with the pros first. I mean, it's got great airflow. The flavor you get off from it is awesome. The amount of extras you get with the squonk pin, the 4 extra grub screws, the tool, the 2 different tips in addition to the color match tip. As you can see, this one is blue on my lovely blue one here. The only thing that I can come up with for a negative is the O-rings. It doesn't take much effort once you get some juice on there for that O-ring. The O-ring that holds on there, it's very, I mean, it's there's not a lot of pressure at all. If you go to grab your mod by that, you're not picking it up. I mean, let's see if I can, so I'm not, I mean, it's just falls off. So, which, that's it. It's literally just the O-rings. They don't leak, so there's no huge, I mean, it's not like they're loose and they're allowing fluid or liquid to get down onto your mod. But with those O-rings being as loose as they are, I actually have to, if I'm just putting it back on, I had to take off the top cap and use the post to do that last little tight to make sure that it seals up with the squonk pin with the 510 on that. But that's it. Other than that, it's a great RDA. You talk about some clouds too. Make sure to line up that airflow. Great flavor. I've gone through almost an entire 60 ml bottle using this RDA just within the last week. So you get great flavor. You just got to make sure that you don't grab the mod or grab your whole setup by the RDA. Other than that, no complaints. But that's it for what I have for the Twisted Messes 24 Pro Series. Great RDA again. On the Twisted Messes website, it does come in at $59.99. One of the other neat things that it does have is the original Twisted Messes 24. You could actually order AFCs and with matching drip tips. You can actually kind of like do a color match, and they are compatible with the Twisted Messes 24 Pro Series. I do not have one of the original ones or those extras, or I would show you it. But of course, with the other Pro Series, the silver one that I have, you could probably do the switch and swatch there too. So get your voice heard, go to CASA, get a letter out to your representatives. It's free to do, it's free to join, and once you get your name and email and address in there, they'll actually send you emails about your specific state. So go do that. Like everyone says, get your voice heard, fight for what you're doing right, or fight for what's right, and just go ahead and hammer down and keep pulling on the vape. Stay the hell off the cigarettes.